and a 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, 3. Lip really loves wrestling. He likes to talk about it too. If you like to watch wrestling like he do, come and join us on the wrestling show. On the wrestling show. On the wrestling show. Oh, 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 baby. Well, Bo, welcome to the Little Wrestling Show. I'm your most fickle host, Lip Hazlewood, and this is a very cynical look back at the latest episode of Representing the WWE and live from the PNC Arena in the North Carolina State University, Carolina. It's Friday Night SmackDown, air date July the 14th, 2023. This episode is, of course, the road to SummerSlam and the continuing saga of the Bloodline. Now, before we dive into the show, just a quick shout out to the non-competitors. That's right. They are the glue that holds the building together. First and foremost, representing the authority figure, it's Adam Pearce. Next, getting all the pre-match interviews and all the backstage scoops, we got ourselves a very own a Kathy Kelly. And then taking you into the ring, letting everybody know who's fighting and the results of such matches. It's a Mike Rome. And more importantly, it's the commentary crew, the play-by-play guys, the hosts, and I even call them the narrators of the whole damn show. They are the team of my personal favorite, the man with the silky voice and very personal opinions. He's still my personal man crush, and his name is Wade Barrett. Now, backing up Wade Barrett, it's longtime veteran of well over 25 years. It's Michael Cole. Now, without any further ado-s, let's get right into the show. But first, a little bit of a wrestling show, oh, baby. Okay, now the show starts off. It's a big show. It's a big show tonight. Now we have ourselves in the ring. It's a Bianca Belair. She's got something to say, and she rarely has any ring time, any mic time in the ring, but she does. And she's in there, and she talks about her journey to becoming champion, and once was there again. She's talked about how patience should be a virtue, but when you're chomping at the bit, sometimes patience is just not good enough. Stuff, anyways, she says patience is a virtue, but vengeance is oh so sweet. She's looking for revenge on Asuka. So later tonight, there's going to be a main event match. It's going to be, the rematch, Bianca Belair versus Asuka. Now, Asuka hasn't really been doing much ever since winning that belt. So it's good to see finally some action. So while she's doing that, we got ourselves yeah, it's Charlotte Flair, and it's her updated music. It sounds like a junk fest. But anyway, she's coming out there looking like Lady Goldust. Looking fantastic. Outfits designed by figure skaters. It's true. It's true. It's true. Anyway, she goes out there and she congratulates, Bianca Belair and whatnot. And kadoos are thrown both ways. And it comes down to this. It's like they both feel they can beat Asuka. They both feel Bianca Belair can beat Asuka for tonight's main event. So it comes down to this. It's like, well, I want to come down here and offer me my number one. I want to be your first challenger for when you win the belt. I want to be the first one to challenge. And why? She will be the first one in line, she says. And Bianca Belair says, why? Doesn't the line start and end with you? Apparently, yeah, it does. It does, according to Charlotte. She doesn't really want to admit to that, but yeah, she's beyond lines now. She figures she paid enough dues that she doesn't need that bull anymore. But people like AJ Styles, they need to get in line, right near the bottom, every single time. worked their way back up. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Yeah, anyways, so it comes down to that. And yeah, if Bianca Belair does win, she says, yes, I will be happy to defend against you. You! At SummerSlam. At SummerSlam. You! So now here we go. Our very first match of the night. It is a tag team match. It is between the Brawling Brutes. The Brawling Brutes. Sheamus and Ridge Holland. Ridge Holland! Versus two tasty snacks. Pretty Deadly. Elton Prince and Kit Wilson. Now, I gotta say, I don't know, I'm pretty sure Sheamus did not get the memo on how to do tag team matches, because he shows absolutely no respect in tag team matches. He does not know what tag rope is. What's this rope doing here? I don't know what the rope is for. I'm not gonna hang myself. So yeah, it's ridiculous. Anyway, so what's this match now? It's weird because now Michael Cole, he calls the Pretty Deadly persnickety. Persnickety. That's hilarious. But it's what's even stranger is what, Wade Barrett called Pretty Deadly. Call them femme fatales. Femme fatales. What is a femme fatale? Why, they're attractive, seductive women is a femme fatale. Unless, of course, they turn trans. They're not femme fatales. They're probably male fatales. But femme, no. I'm sorry, Wade, but you're an idiot there. But not all the time. I still love Wade Barrett. Anyways, so after we call them femme fatales, it doesn't really matter. This match was, like I say, 11 minutes. It was a fun match, to say the least. Because, of course, Pretty Deadly, Elton Prince, Kit Wilson, they're tag team specialists. Their tag team matches are clean. They bend the rules. But you know what? They're pretty clean. Tagging in and out. Good. Ridge Holland, he's the NXT way. He knows the tag rope is there and uses them. Like I say, Sheamus, what's the tag rope? He's like the Judgment Day. What's that supposed to be for? Just in case my boots, I'd break a lace in my boot. I can use that as a spare lace. So now, this match was a lot of fun, like I say. The beginning of the match, it's Sheamus. He decides to take on both two tasty snacks. Tonight on SmackDown, Sheamus beating up both of them. And then, eventually, Ridge Holland comes in and beats up both of them as well. Takes his moment, beating up both of them. Sheamus comes back in the ring there. You know, after Ridge Holland gets the hot tag back in. Sheamus, of course, showcasing that he has no idea what a tag rope is. It's hilarious. He's using his tag hand to tag in. And the referee, I don't know why the referee can't say, just warn, hey, Sheamus, use the ropes, please. Ropes, please. He doesn't say anything. He's an idiot. I mean, idiot. I don't know. He's Hank Walker's younger brother, or maybe older brother. Tiny Hank Walker. Anyway, so he doesn't warn him. He says tag. It's no tag. Sucker. Anyways, let's move on. Enough of this griping about the lack of tagging efforts. But, of course, we got ourselves a double team again. Sheamus and Ridge Holland doing the beats of the Balor two different ways, And it's ridiculous. Referee just doesn't care. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's carry on. Sheamus ends up getting, the tail end of an ass whooping. The tail end of an ass whooping. If that makes any sense. So eventually, near the end, Sheamus gets the hot tag out. Ridge Holland gets tagged in. He just mushes the Pretty Deadly again by himself, throwing them around, smashing, making them look like fools. Sheamus gets back in the action, and Sheamus does what he loves to do. Sheamus loves to get on the top ropes and do nothing. He just gets on the top rope and jumps off and lands in front of his opponent. Oh, I'm in front of you now. I'm in front of you. It's hilarious. But anyways, the end sequence was this. It was Ridge Holland going for a pin on Elton Prince. Kit Wilson breaks up the pin. Sheamus bro kicks Kit Wilson in the face. And then Elton Prince clotheslines Sheamus outside the ring. Apparently this was enough to knock Sheamus out cold. I think Sheamus landed funny. Maybe landed on his head. So he was out for some strange reason. He was out cold. Like, this is what they do. It's like, oh, Sheamus is out of the picture. Let's lie there for a while, shame, while Pretty Deadly take care of things. So, yeah, that happens. Now, while inside the ring, because, of course, is both... because inside the ring is Elton Prince. Elton tears off the corner turnbuckle. And then you wouldn't believe what happens directly after that. It's Rich Holland pulling the greatest 4-point Otis and ramming himself throat first into the exposed turnbuckle ring. Mm-hmm. The exposed turnbuckle ring. Steel! You know, if it was like anything like the Cody Rhodes, Brock Lesnar turnbuckle ring, where it had a spike on it, where Brock Lesnar almost jabbed his eye out, this could have jabbed Rich Holland's throat out. But it didn't have a spike on it. Anyway, so with that, Rich Holland falls backwards in pain, suffering. And then Elton Prince goes off top rope with the, a massive, you never miss, leg drop from the top rope. Very dangerous move. It takes years off your career. Anyways, massive leg drop off the top rope, crushing Rich Holland. 1, 2, 3. It's over. Pretty Deadly with the big victory. Sheamus, nowhere to be seen. Like, where is Shame? Perhaps, maybe they're out there. Shame and Kit Wilson are entangling them. Who knows? It doesn't matter. Yeah, so that's that match. Now we go backstage. We got ourselves a very own Kathy Kelly with Grayson Waller. Oh, I'm Grayson Waller. And basically, it's all about the Open Invitational championship for the United States Championship match. Now, I guess he's looking forward to it. A lot of people are talking about Grayson Waller because his big old entry thing in Madison Square Garden, main eventing Madison Square Garden with one of the greatest wrestlers ever, Edge, putting on a fantastic match of the night. Wonderful matchup. Great intro to the main roster. So basically, now, if you smell, The Rock is talking about Grayson Waller. Now, is this going to be the end? Now, is The Rock thinking like, oh my goodness, Grayson Waller, he knows his shit. He knows how to wrestle. Maybe I can ride his coattails now. John Cena did. Anyways, I'm just messing with Cena and The Rock. Anyways, he's looking forward to the thing and winning it. So now, next up, we got Bill backstage, and it's with Adam Pearce. And he's catching Charlotte Flair on the way out. Charlotte, what's going on? Where are you going? It's like, well, you know what? I'm just going home. I'm going to just match, going to let this happen. Whoever wins, and I'm going to challenge the winner. I'm going to challenge, Bianca Belair. Because I'm sure she's going to win. So she walks off, and then next, you know what? You got yourselves the most sexiest woman in SmackDown. It's Bayley, with, of course, her protege and Money in the Bank holder. It's Io Sky. And they're like, well, we're putting on, whoever's on notice tonight. Asuka, who may be. And then they walk away like, hey. Bayley looking incredible. Including her, it's not her ponytail's no longer on the side, but she loves that damn ponytail. I think it's the hair in the face. She just can't stand hair in her face. They can't stand it! It's either that or bangs, I guess. Bangs! And is Bayley a bang girl? Is she a bangable girl? Does she like bang? Okay, that's just ridiculous. Anyways, so we move on. And we got Charlotte's like, what? You know what? I decided to stick around a little bit. I just decided to stick around. So she's going to stick around. So what's going to say? It's the main event match is going to be a fiasco. An absolute fiasco. And will they let us down? No. So in the next match, we got ourselves the sexiest woman in all of SmackDown, representing Damage Control. It's Bayley! Mm-hmm. And Io Sky's at her side. And fighting, of course, representing the Luftwaffe, and I'm the only one who calls them Luftwaffe. It's the LWO's Zelina Vega. And Zelina weighing a soaking wet 85 pounds, 85, 90 pounds. She's a tiny, tiny little thing. Tiny little thing. And fighting the great Bayley. Now, I'm thinking, wow, Zelina, could she possibly win this match? And I'm thinking, never, not against Bayley. Because Bayley had this thing with Shotzi cutting off some of her hair, you know. So now this is all about Bayley. This match was embarrassing. This match could have been at least 5 minutes. Showcase something, but it showcased really nothing. Bayley was, a little back and forth. This was about 2 minutes. About 2 minutes in length. What's that? Zelina Vega. She's so tiny and she's got all these hair attachments to her head. She looks like a very sexy troll. One of those troll dolls. Very pretty troll doll. Yeah, it's just so ridiculous. All that damn. That's half the size. Half of Zelina's size comes from her hair. All that hair, added to her skull. Anyways, she gets the old media aurora on Bayley. A little bit about that. But we go to it gets really silly, this match. Bayley, she turns things around a little bit. She goes and grabs now. Zelina, she carries a flip-flop. Now, this flip-flop is like a dollar store flip-flop. Even cheaper than Riddle's flip-flops, where he just throws out in the crowd like willy-nilly. So she's got this foam rubber flip-flop. A foam neoprene flip-flop. Mm-hmm. Just half a pound, maybe a couple of ounces. Yeah. So she picks up the flip-flop. She wants to smash some, Zelina. Zelina turns around. She gets a flip-flop. And she ends up bashing Bayley with the flip-flop a couple times. Giving her a smack on that voluptuous ass. The curvaceous buttocks of Bayley. So she's smacking Bayley in that, in the hiney. And the referee's like, not stopping the match right there. I don't care what it is that you're hitting your opponent with. But that's a disqualification, sister. That's a disqualification. So Bayley right there would have won the match right there. Disqualification because Zelina's an idiot. But I guess it is what it is. It's like the music I just put on. I always forget. But anyways, we carry on. Now, after that big move, or whatever move it is, Bayley slides out the ring there. The referee gets the little, the flip-flop. Gets rid of it. Zelina goes out there to retrieve Bayley, And while out there, Bayley, it looks like she's trying to get the Money in the Bank briefcase. I'm thinking how it should have went. Was supposed to go like this. The referee's giving out the flip-flop. Zelina Vega is reaching outside the ring to grab onto Bayley's head. Bayley was supposed to grab the briefcase off of Io Sky and then bash, bonk, bonk, Zelina Vega in the head. But Io Sky had a death grip on that briefcase. No briefcase, no briefcase for you. It's like, idiot, we discussed this in the back. It was planned, you dummy. But Io Sky's like, no briefcase. So then, Bayley ends up trying to drape Zelina's neck across ropes. The referee comes over and starts arguing with Io Sky for some reason. Io Sky did nothing, but the referee's arguing with her for some strange reason. Bayley then climbs on the ropes there and drags, Zelina Vega's neck across the ropes there. Referee, it's not illegal. Referee could have seen that, no problem. She didn't use anything against her. So it's ridiculous. I think Io Sky, you buffoon. Okay, so anyways, after that, the rose plant. The old push your face into the mat technique. I think rose plant is pretty stupid. It's a dumb move. I think, let's face it, Bayley, it's time for Bayley to adapt the, the pedigree into her thing and rename it to rose plant. The pedigree into the rose plant. But Bayley should adopt the pedigree as her new finishing move, and that would be fantastic. Okay, moving on. After the big match, we got ourselves them leaving the ring, and we have Shotzi in the back there, talk to a camera and shown to the crowd there what's going to happen. Shotzi, of course, she had some of her hair cut off by Bayley. I'm thinking this is going for tank girl look, but how short is Shotzi going for her hair? Apparently really short. So Shotzi loses her shit and starts shaving her head live. And she's, I'm in control. I'm in control. Shave me. Me. Yeah, like an absolute crazy person. So Bayley, good for you. You actually turned Shotzi into a crazy person. So yeah, look out for Shotzi Tank Girl coming on soon. The bald-headed Tank Girl, not the pixie cut. You know, there might be strands here and there, a strand here, a strand there of long hair. Unfinished buzz look. Anyways, so Shotzi loses her shit and shaves her head. Now moving on to in the ring there with the huge Bloodline thing. And they had a huge setup because they have to have a huge setup because the Tribal Chief is nowhere to be seen. Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, who appears every now and then, who hasn't had a title fight since January of this year. So it's been over 6 months since Roman Reigns had a title match. So it's ridiculous. And what gets me, now we have Jey Uso in there, and he gets a crowd on him there. You know, he's talking about twins and how he feels connection with his brother, how he feels pain and whatnot. So now he feels he has respect for everybody in his bloodline, everyone in his family. It's all but Roman Reigns he's got zero respect for. You know? Now with that, Paul Heyman comes down to the ring with Solo Sikoa. Now, so Paul Heyman says Solo's not here for anything. He's just here as an enforcer. So everything goes kosher. So you hear me out in the ring there. Now, Paul Heyman, he's great in mic talk. He's great at this. He's good at manipulating. He's not as great as John Cena. John Cena's the ultimate manipulator. Oh, goddamn, he's a genius. People who are being manipulated by John Cena don't even know it. Don't even know it. But Paul Heyman, he's talking about what's going on and what's really at stake here. That Jey Uso, he's the one that wanted change. He's the one that wanted to be the protector, the tribal chief. He's the one that he doesn't even know it. He doesn't even know it. So yeah, it comes down to Jey Uso is responsible for Jimmy Uso's beatings in the hands of the Bloodline, Solo and Roman Reigns. So it comes down to this because of this, Paul says he's talked to Jimmy Uso. Your favorite Juso. I thought, oh my God, that just slipped under the rug. No one called that out. Your favorite Juso. That's hilarious. Hilarious. So anyways, he's trying to talk to Jimmy Uso at home. He's saying the person who's responsible for your beatdown is Jey, your brother. And you know what? There's no forgiveness for you. Not from anybody. Not from your mother. Not from your father. Not from me, Paul Heyman. I'm not saying me, but Paul Heyman. Nor from Roman Reigns. Then Solo Sikoa grabs the microphone. Solo Sikoa is very upset too, blaming Jey Uso. And personally gives Jey Uso, I will not forgive you either. No forgiveness from me. So Paul Heyman's got the family, the Uso family in his hands. In his hands. The leader of the Usos, or the, Ibani E family. Can't remember. It's not the right name. Anyway, it comes down to this. They start fighting. Solo Sikoa attacks Jey Uso, or Jey Uso attacks Solo, because they're not on the right page. So then I guess time for fighting's on. Talking's over, fighting's on. Jey Uso knocks out Solo Sikoa with a big kick, tries to take out Paul Heyman. But Solo Sikoa comes back in, attacks from behind. Jey Uso puts him down, punches him to the face a couple of times. And then meets Paul Heyman. I mean, that couple of punches, that one super kick, nothing. But those couple of punches in the face, Solo Sikoa is almost out cold. That gave enough time for Jey Uso to give super kick Paul Heyman to the throat. Paul Heyman goes down. Jey Uso finishes the job by giving Solo Sikoa a tope suicida, second and third rope. Go back in the ring there. Paul Heyman's in the ring. Jey Uso is going to bash him with a chair. Solo Sikoa gets back in the ring there. Paul Heyman escapes. Solo Sikoa gets beat with a chair. And they leave. Jey Uso takes the ring. So next up, that was a big segment with the Usos. So next up, we got ourselves a little bit of a pre-match banter. No one's hearing anything what's happening, but we can only assume what's going on. And it's with the official, the authority figure, Adam Pearce, and he's alongside Bianca Belair, the challenger, and they're with the referee, Jessica Carr, and they're going through what's going to happen in the match. And we don't hear this, but Adam Pearce is like saying, listen, Jessica, this is going to be a tough one. This is gonna be this is not even gonna be a match. This is gonna be a complete fiasco, Jessica. So just bear in mind, we're gonna use you, but you might look terrible in this match. That's okay. Now, I have no idea if they said anything like that at all. You didn't hear anything, but it's just basically preparing Jessica for one fiasco of a match. I'm assuming. So now our next match, it's a United States Championship invitational fatal 4-way, part one. So yeah, whoever wins this goes on to another match. Eventually, we'll get a title opportunity for Grayson, or should I say, Austin Theory, his title, which is insane. So Austin Theory's sitting by ringside. So yeah, we got 4 wrestlers here who's competing in this match. And that is, of course, AJ Styles, Santos Escobar, Butch, and Grayson Waller. Now, Wade calls Butch rapacious Butch, and that's basically I believe it's rapacious. It's means greedy, voracious, and what's that? Materialistic. That's an interesting word for him. Is he materialistic? Doesn't seem like it. He doesn't have really good gear. I mean, his gear's never improved since he was Pete Dunne back in the NXT UK. Back to that same old gimmick, Anyways, it's Austin Theory watching the match with the commentating crew. With some quips in there. Now, this match was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. That's all I can say. I mean, AJ Styles, if he had the clout Charlotte Flair did, or if the women's division just stunk so badly, he can just go on top no matter where, when time he wants. He's there. He just go on top of the game. Yeah, AJ Styles, he's got to start on that bottom again with this ridiculous fatal 4-way. So it's AJ Styles, Santos Escobar, Butch, and Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller looking to win this one. So we got some ridiculous spots. The old a double suplex attempt on Grayson Waller. And it's like Butch and AJ Styles getting on the same page by Butch going, looking at AJ Styles like with a dumb look. Want to do it? Let's do it. What? Do what? I mean, anything you're going to do without talking on the show, like, yeah, this was all pre-made. It's all prefab shit. Ridiculous. And then Santos Escobar's on top and he does a sunset flip. Ridiculous. Thinking that, yeah, this sunset flip's I'm going to powerbomb everybody. And they're going to... nonsense. Absolute nonsense. And AJ Styles is part of this match. There's a lot of great wrestlers in this match. But yet there's a pile of nonsense. Big old pile of nonsense. So the end sequence was this. Grayson Waller takes the Butch outside the ring. They fight outside the ring there. Grayson Waller tries to take out Butch. Butch avoids being clotheslined and then goes on the apron and does a Butch salt. The ridiculous moonsault by Butch. He gets down there. He falls on Grayson Waller. And then it's Santos Escobar. He hits those ropes. He hits ropes so many times. It's ridiculous. He runs to the ropes. He hits it, runs back to the other ropes, hits the other ropes, and then bounces. It's too many things. Come on now. Cut out the middle, man. Just do the tope suicida already. It only hits Butch with the tope. Throws Butch back in the ring. Goes for the Phantom Driver. AJ Styles meets him in the face with a phenomenal forearm. Santos Escobar goes down. AJ Styles picks up Butch for the Styles Clash. But however, backstage, that's right, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, they look like they're getting beaten up real bad by Karrion Kross and Scarlett by her side. So we're like, AJ Styles like, he could finish this off right now. Styles Clash 1, 2, 3. He'll be there in 5 seconds. No problem. But AJ Styles like, no! I must save my useless friends! So he runs out to the back. But then he's clobbered by Grayson Waller. I don't know, he didn't need to do it because AJ Styles pretty much took himself out of the match. He's clobbered by Grayson Waller. Grayson goes back into the ring there. And he goes for a stun. He goes for the rolling stunner on Butch. But however, while he's going for, he does the stunner. Now this is where it gets weird. Now he could have won for the pin, but it's not how it's supposed to end because this match was too formulaic, too set up, too re-scripted. And it's the fact that Santos Escobar is too slow on his spot. So the stunner is taking place, and Grayson Waller is like, oh, he's like rolls off of him, and he's like, oh, where the hell are you? Where the hell are you, Santos Escobar? He didn't really say that, but Santos Escobar finally gets on top rope and then does a high cross splash on Grayson Waller, finishing the match. Santos Escobar moving on to whatever. You know, he's just going to be fodder to the eventual inevitability of, I don't know, Austin Theory cementing the fact that he's one of the greats, retaining his championship. I think SummerSlam probably is going to happen, where Grayson Waller, where Austin Theory becomes the great one. So now next up we go backstage. Now it's with the OC. All hugs and kisses. Oh, I know you got, it wasn't over. It wasn't over with Karen Cross. It was over. Yeah, it's AJ Styles. He's comforting that Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, he got their asses smoked. Two of them, all three of them is smoked by two people. And one of them is Scarlett. Scarlett. She doesn't wrestle. What's that? Michin. She's got like at least 20 years experience on, Scarlett. Oh, regardless. So you're going to see something else. A 4-on-2 battle. Sounds like fun. So moving on. Moving on, we go back, not just backstage, backstage outside with the Street Profits. Street Profits. Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford, they want to meet somebody. And coming up in a stretch, I don't know, a stretch Bronco. Super stretch. I need that big of a car. My ego needs it. So yeah. So it's, what's his name? Bobby Lashley. So now here I guess we got ourselves a little bit of thing now. New team. Yeah. The new Hurt Business 2.0. I guess Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin just ain't good enough. He needs new blood to take advantage of, to use and abuse, and when he's done with them, he just, well, I don't need you anymore. So that's not going to go well for Angel Dawkins and Montez Ford. But you know what? All three of these wrestlers, there's nothing going for them. Montez Ford, Angel Dawkins, they're like the Lucha House Party. Bobby Lashley, he's been doing nothing ever since Hurt Business disbanded. Him and MVP split ways. He's done nothing. He's done pretty much nothing. So I guess right now, it's proper timing. Who knows? Are they going to go anywhere? I hope so, but I doubt it. Okay, now next up, we got ourselves a main event match. And it is bad. This one here is a championship title match. Bianca Belair versus Asuka. And my gosh. This was not really about the match. This was all about the fiasco, what's going to happen around the match. So before they start fighting you up, it's a lot back and forth. This is nonsense. I say nonsense. Because buying tickets to a sold-out arena, because of course it's just nonsense. If they buy tickets, they're not really competitors anymore. They're just audience members, and any audience member with tickets, if any audience member with tickets comes in the ring there, and then start interacting with the wrestlers, by physical contact, arrests would be made. So it's ridiculous that they do this. Like, well, they're still employees, but no. If they're just watching the shows, they're no longer employees. They're just fans. So it's stupid. This is so stupid. So it's the most sexiest woman in SmackDown. It's Bayley. She shows up to ringside with Io Sky, the Money in the Bank holder. And I guess they're like showing like, hey, we're here to show you. Maybe we take the belt. I don't know why they do that stupid accent for. But yeah, they shouldn't be able to do anything because they're just fans right now. So the match goes on still. They bump. Asuka and Bianca bump face to face in the ring there. They bump each other and they fall down unconscious almost. And then we got ourselves a little bit of a, I don't know, Charlotte Flair. She's got a ticket of her own. Wearing that, onesie, figure skating onesie to the ring, to ringside seats. So yeah, She gets in there too. So what's going to happen? Would this be a clean match? Hardly. Now they go outside the ring. They fight outside the ring. Bianca and, Asuka. Bianca gets a kiss of death onto Asuka right on top of the table. And that's where things went south. Bayley, the sexiest woman in SmackDown, and Io Sky, they come out of the audience and no one stops them. No security guard said, no, whoa, sorry, no, you can't do this. But no, they go in there just like, Bianca did last week. So yeah, they come out there and then Charlotte jumps a barricade too. And still, no one says anything. And then this is where the fiasco starts. It looks like Charlotte was going to super kick Bianca Belair. But eventually, she's just super kicking Bayley out the ring there, outside the ring. So I did it for you. I was helping you out. Bianca's like, what the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing? And then it's Io Sky grabbing Charlotte and throwing her face first into the ring post. Pa-bang! And Asuka letting Bianca know that one day I will cash this in on you, meaning the Money in the Bank briefcase. So while she's doing that, she turns around to see Charlotte Flair coming for a big old tackle, like a matador. Io Sky ducks out of the way. Charlotte Flair spears Bianca Belair. The referee calls for the match. Ding, ding, ding. That's what Adam Pearce was saying. Expect the unexpected. I don't know. So yeah, we call it the disqualification. So much nonsense. And then Io Sky bashes Charlotte Flair in the head with the Money in the Bank briefcase. Now inside the ring, apparently Asuka is not completely out cold, or she's just laying there. She's taking a nap in the middle of the ring. Io Sky, she's going for her over the moonsault. Bayley looks like she wants to cash in the Money in the Bank for Io Sky. Now it's like, okay, yeah, she's setting up for an instant victory. But here's the thing. Asuka, she just gets up like she's just woke up from a power nap. Oh, I'm awake. And then she goes to the most sexiest woman. Sprays the Omicron in her face. How dare you? Oh, that disgusting Omicron mist in her face. Bayley goes down. Asuka grabs her belt and runs away like a thief in the night. But that ends up the show this week with that. With that ridiculous ending. Yeah, was there any good matches today? No. They're all fun. Okay, but next week, we've got ourselves the Rules of Engagement. Whatever the hell that means. And next week, it's going to be Roman Reigns showing up to work. He doesn't have to go there. He's got movies he's got to do. So he's taking some time off to go to SmackDown. Movies and, cat appointments. Where's Cat's got some serious skin conditions, So anyways, so it's going to be Jey Uso and Roman Reigns in the ring next week. But as for now, that wraps up this episode of SmackDown and concludes the wrestling show for this week. Now, if you stuck around to the very end of the show, know that I hold a very special place in my heart just for you. So, stay tuned for an all-new All Wrestling show next week. I'm Lip Hazlewood saying, see you later.